Hi everybody, I'm Bruce Cox and I'll be teaching trumpet for PCS Artistry at BJU this coming school year. So if you wanted to take lessons through the elementary school, I'd be your teacher and I'd love for you to join me. When I was in 5th grade, I started playing trumpet, not because I knew I would do it in my life as my job or part of my job, but because it just sounded fun. A man came to my Christian school and started a band program, and my parents encouraged me to start, and I loved it from the very start. And all through my school years, I loved being in band playing the trumpet. It was my favorite toy, along with my G.I. Joes and Matchbox cars, along with my basketball and my tennis racket. And it was my favorite class, along with recess and lunch, and I really liked history class. I didn't know that I would do it in my life, but I've had a lot of fun playing in church. I've even played in some people's hospital rooms in the hospital, played in recitals. I've done solo programs and in small groups. I've played in band and orchestra concerts and lots of weddings. So I'd like you to take trumpet lessons with me, or think about it at least with your mom and dad. This past year at the elementary school, we started 6 beginners in a class and we had so much fun together. They were great. So what do you do when you play a trumpet? Well, you blow air through a tube. You can tell that I'm doing that. And the tube can be different lengths depending on which valves I push down. There's 7 different combinations of valves, and one of the combinations of valves is no valves pushed down. That's how a trumpeter in the Army would play reveille to wake up his fellow soldiers. No valves pushed down. So a trumpeter in the Army might actually be playing a bugle, which has no valves built into it. It's just one length of tube. But on a trumpet, you could play reveille in lots of different pitches or keys. So you would be blowing through the tube with my lips either firm or soft, and with my air blowing fast or slow. That's what helps me to get around on that one fingering, either fast or slow air, firm or soft lips, and then the air and fingering, and then I'm reading music off of a page. And I can teach you how to read music even if you haven't played piano before. When I started in Indiana, when I was in 5th grade, I didn't play piano. I had sung in a choir, but I didn't know everything about reading music. And I still remember my first lesson, my teacher saying, that note is a G, and you don't need to push any buttons down. Try for it. And I tried, and I got a G eventually, and off I was running, playing the trumpet. So I could teach you that. Obviously, we would need to get you a trumpet to play on, and trumpet is one of the least expensive band instruments to start on. Maybe your dad or mom played trumpet or cornet when they were in school, or maybe an uncle has a trumpet that's been in storage, and that might work. I'd like to approve the instrument that you want to start on before we decide for sure that that's what you'll use, but pretty easy to come up with a usable trumpet to get started on. Then you'd buy a music book that we would all play from in class, and then you would come to class lessons once a week with me at the elementary school buildings. You'd have band with Mr. Wright a couple days a week, and then you just need to be willing to practice. Just like on county league soccer teams, you need to be willing to practice. Actually, soccer practices are longer than your daily practices on trumpet or cornet. At first, we would start out just with about 10 minutes a day, trying to get your lips and your fingers and everything to function correctly. 10 minutes a day, and then we would work up through the first school year to 20 or 30 minutes. I used to love to play. I didn't always love to go practice when my mom reminded me, but once I got my trumpet in my hands and started to practice, I loved to play. So I hope you'll join me taking lessons through PCS Artistry at BJU in the elementary school.